Okay, we're back. Welcome to Lunch with the President. This is May, and
The Vice President.
we're halfway into what we're going to do today, but we want to take a little break right now and do something completely different. I'm with Jeff Markow, and Jeff is a very successful ice cream retailer. He started off with an idea to get into the ice cream business, and took this seminar, was part of this seminar a way back, which I'll let him tell you about. But I thought it'd be interesting to hear some of the unique things that he's doing, because they really are unique. Very good to see you.
Thanks,
Welcome.
Steve. Nice to see you again.
Before I ask you how you got into it, there's a reason why you have all these bright colors on. And I know from seeing you drive around that you've got a rather unique license plate. What is that?
Well, the tie-dyed is the whole theme of the store that I opened. From the chairs that I do myself and tie-dye them, to the line of shirts and hats and bandanas that I have. Everything's tie-dyed. Just fits with my era.
And what is that license plate on the car?
It's XHIPPEE, which is ex-hippie.
Ex-hippie. Okay.
But I was told that there really is no such thing. And, you know, once a hippie, always a hippie. So my bad.
Well, it's like what they say, that if you remember the 60s, you weren't really there. And so we're both from that era.
True.
How did you, what did you do before you decided to go into the ice cream business?
Well, unfortunately or fortunately, I ate a lot of ice cream. I absolutely, you think you like ice cream? I love ice cream. Before I got into this business, I was retired and I was teaching at-risk kids in a local school. But I really like ice cream. I mean, I really like ice cream. So I came here to your class. I sat right over there about a year and a half ago. And that started the whole ball rolling.
Wow. And you just decided, I'm going to open up an ice cream parlor and come out of retirement.
Actually, and now this is not rehearsed and you'll know right now that it's not. When I left this class, I said I can do better. I can make a better product. So I went home and of course I bought the small machine and set it up in my kitchen. I put tarp on the floor, and my wife is back here, she'll attest to that. We covered the whole floor in tarp, and then I brought it, I had the machine delivered there, and I had an electrician come in and put 220 in the kitchen. And there it was, right in the middle of the kitchen, this ice cream machine, and I started with your recipes from this class. And I set out to improve upon them.
That's funny that you say that, because my whole purpose in doing these seminars is to show people how easy it is to make ice cream, and I want people to leave here thinking, well, if that idiot can make ice cream, imagine what I could do.
This idiot. It's ridiculously simple to make ice cream. And not only ridiculously simple to make it, but it's incredibly simple to become rich doing it. This is an incredible business. You make ice cream for X amount, everybody eats it, everybody loves it, and if you make a real high quality product, the money, you don't have to worry about the money. You just get an account because the money will follow the product.
Now you're in a rather unique location. I've always, excuse me, I've always told people over the years that a place to avoid is a retirement community, because they're on fixed income. They're going to go buy Breyers when it's on sale for buy one, get one free. And yet you're doing just the opposite. You're flying in the face of that and charging a very healthy price for your ice cream. What's different?
The difference is two things. The difference, one, yes, my location, although I'm not in a heavily traveled street or an area, I'm just outside of the largest retirement community in the world. But it's not a trailer park retirement community. It's, I guess you would say it's middle to upper class retirement community. It's called the Villages, and I'm not here to promote them. However, it's the size of 3 counties. If you were to get in your car and drive from one end of the Villages to the other, you're driving 25 miles. There's 120,000 people living there. There's 55,000 golf carts, because that's how everybody gets around. It's the Guinness Book record of the most golf carts in one community. Anyway, I'm not here to promote them. But, yes, I do charge a healthy price. The other reason I can charge that, aside from being outside of a fairly affluent community, is the product. And the product is a super high quality ice cream. And then I added, because of you, because of being in this class, I added another product, which is the adult dessert, which is alcohol infused ice creams. Not ices, but ice creams. Such as Kahlua fudge ice cream, Bailey's, Grand Marnier with white chocolate. I have about 15, I'll show you the menu. I have about,
let me hold that up for the camera.
these are the regular ice creams, and these are the adult flavors. And I have them on hand all the time.
And you charge the same for both?
I do.
Wow.
I do. But I get a good price. You know, I found with price, there's a price that you can sell your product at, and no more, whatever it is. See? So I do. I charge the same for everything there. I make a little more on some flavors that don't have the alcohol or that are a little less costly as far as the ingredients, and I make a little more on others, and it evens out.
Now the average ice cream parlor is open from about 11 in the morning till about 10 at night. I know you work very hard, but you chose not to work quite that hard. What are your hours?
It started as a hobby, so the store is open from 6 to 10 at night.
6 p.m.
No, 6 p.m.
6 at night.
6 at night
till
to 10 at night. In the summer, we stay till 12 or so when people, it's more an ice cream cafe than an ice cream parlor. You know, people come and they hang out, and because of the product, the alcohol-infused ice creams, people linger a little longer. But it's open only at night.
Wow. And do the people come by their golf carts, or do they drive?
No, I'm not golf cart accessible.
Oh, okay. So you're just off the property.
I am just off premise.
So they had to make a concerted effort to come see you. They're not just kind of, well, we're driving out to the 18th hole, let's stop in.
Not only do they have to make an effort to get there, but there's nothing. When I opened up, I opened in a strip center, well, more a plaza. And the two businesses, on one side of me is a gym, and I get no customers from that. I've been in business a year and a half, and not one customer from the gym has come by. Not one. The other side of me is a sweepstakes place, and they don't come to me either, not one, because the $5 for my ice cream, they'd rather put into the machines there and try to win money.
Wow.
So I get no business from there. So it truly is a destination. They have to get in their car, drive to my place, get out. They can't window shop at Macy's next door. It's me, and that's it.
That's amazing.
It's fun.
Now, I often promote in these seminars that the way to make the best ice cream is to pick and choose the best suppliers. Do you do that, or do you just buy from one place?
Now, you know the answer to this. I use in all of my, I have about 30 flavors on hand at all time. I use no flavorings. The only extract I use is vanilla, and it's pure vanilla. But I use no flavorings such as we've used in class here. I do most of my shopping in supermarkets and groceries for things to make my ice cream with. And I start with cream, an ice cream mix from, a supplier. But I get bladders of cream every week. And to that I add simply things I find in supermarkets, or alcohol, liquor, Kahlua or things like that.
Wow.
I know,
That's what makes it so unique.
Extracts, no flavorings, nothing. And the ethnic supermarkets are the best, the Latin supermarkets. They have all these things I never heard of, but yet they're delicious, and you make ice cream out of them, and it's unbelievable.
Are you always trying to come up with new flavors, or you're pretty well set?
Oh no, I always try.
Really?
I always try to have new flavors. I just came up with lemon pie, and I brought some for you to taste.
Oh, good. Can we grab a couple of those containers out of the freezer and show people what it looks like? Do you have much takeout business? Do you have people
I have,
bringing home pints?
yeah, 50% of the people leave there with something.
That's a lot.
It is. Well, because I'm only open 4 hours a night, so they better get it and take it home.
Right. Now, who's your assistant here?
This is my lovely wife, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
And what'd you bring us?
She brought, this is coconut.
Oh, that's mine. Thank you.
That's yours.
That's staying with me.
This is raspberry chocolate swirl. Now this is made, I make a delicious chocolate ice cream, not with a liquid chocolate, but with real cocoa. And then I use Chambord, which is a raspberry liqueur that I run through it. This is extraordinary. And this is pina colada, which is, obviously you know what a pina colada is, and I put crushed pineapple and coconut in it, and it's pina colada. And in my store, by the way, any of my 30 or so flavors I make into milkshakes. I have a milkshake machine that a customer gave me, a milkshake machine, and I make the milkshakes all day,
Wow.
all night, actually.
Wow, that's great. So I could get a pina colada
Absolutely.
milkshake.
You can get a Kahlua milkshake, you can get anything.
Wow. What other flavors do you have over there?
This is amaretto fudge.
Oh boy, that's a nice combination.
This
That's
is
a great
the new
combination.
lemon that just goes on sale tonight, as a matter of fact.
Ken, you're gonna like this one. Ken's been asking me to make lemon ice cream. Well, here you go.
And this is interesting. I have a series of wines that I use to make ice cream out of. And this is a chocolate Cabernet, which is chocolate ice cream and Cabernet wine.
Let's let everybody see that. Look at the red color. You can tell a really good chocolate because real chocolate ice cream isn't dark, dark, dark. It's got a reddish hue to it. So with the Cabernet in it, oh, you can smell it. That is, no, you can't have any.
Whether you taste
No.
it.
That is really intense.
I wanted to comment just quickly if you have a minute.
Sure.
A lady asked you on the internet, or somebody asked you on the internet before, if she could buy or use a hand crank machine to test her recipes. And I thought about that, and that's sort of the chicken way to do this. You jump in, you buy the machine, you do your recipes, and then you're in business. Because they don't translate from a hand crank machine to yours. But I found anyway.
One thing I like, that I want to point out is on your container here. That's just a plain white container. That's the cheapest container you can buy.
Thank you very much.
And to go out and get labels made. A lot of people spend money on the wrong things. The labels, you'd have to buy 1 million copies to have a Haagen-Dazs style package. Now this is a sticker that you've just put on here.
I did it on the computer and Office Depot prints them for me. And then the flavor labels are printed by Office Depot on clear, and I just slap them on.
Have you ever been to the supermarket and they sell Mrs. Smith's pies and they sell all these other different bakery items that you can buy, but as you're going to check out, there in the checkout line is just a little piece of banana cake wrapped in cellophane, and I might say Aunt Judy's homemade banana cake. We don't know if Aunt Judy can cook worth a darn, but it looks so homemade and looks so appealing that it's right there that we buy it. And I've always been a firm believer that instead of all the glitz, you look at that and that just screams homemade because it's in a nice simple container, it's written on top what it is, and there's where it came from. That is a real seller. We have a customer a little bit different from yours up in Cape Cod called Four Seas Ice Cream, and they get the tourist crowd during the day from 11 until about 3:30 selling individual ice cream scoops. And then starting about 4:30 or 5, since Cape Cod is a destination island where you go to meet old friends and you go once every 2 years and you have them over for dinner, they then come in about 5 o'clock and buy 3 or 4 pints to take home that night for the family dinner with the get-together. And they will do something also like this. And it's just a tremendous business that people tend to ignore is the takeout business. And you can freeze these down to 0 or colder so that they'll travel well. And you don't want to get involved, or I don't think you want to get involved in the hand scooping of pints. It takes up a lot of labor. And this way, hey, I've got my ice cream cone, let me grab a couple other flavors to take with me. I always look at a sale as if a hurricane is going to hit tomorrow and we're only going to have one customer come in today. We've got to get as much money out of that customer as we can, and so pints are the way to do it. Ken, you had a question.
have any issues with selling the ice cream with alcohol in it, legal issues?
The question, because the camera couldn't hear it, are there any issues about selling alcohol in the ice cream? Good question.
Good question, and no, there aren't, because alcohol is an ingredient in my product. I'm not actually selling drinks to people. So it's much the same as having veal marsala in a restaurant or rum cake from a bakery. They use real rum and the restaurant will use real marsala wine, but it's merely an ingredient in their product.
Mm-hmm.
This is white chocolate Grand Marnier.
Oh, wow. Isn't that nice? Grand Marnier is a very expensive liqueur, but it makes a fantastic ice cream. It's got the aroma of the Grand Marnier and the orange taste. It's really a terrific one.
And that's vanilla caramel praline.
Ooh, so there's no alcohol in that one?
No.
Okay, that's a nice combination. Vanilla, caramel, praline.
Praline, right.
Wow.
And Rose makes the pralines.
I was gonna say, how do you get the pralines?
Rose makes the pralines, I make the caramel. I make all my fudge and caramel myself, as well as my cones and waffle bowls. I make everything myself.
No wonder you're only open from 6 to 10.
Correct,
You
I'm
need all
busy.
this. You need all this time to get prepared.
Right.
And the ice cream, well, how much was it a scoop?
My servings are $5.
$5. That's pretty amazing. But he's got a clientele who knows that you have a very, very unique
That's
product.
a lot? You think that's a lot? $5?
It is. But it's a unique product. I mean, no one is doing this big a job
No.
in ice creams. And what does the pint go for?
7.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, and a quart is 12.
That's fantastic.
And shakes are 5.
Very nice. You have a fantastic business,
Thanks.
and it's only been...
It's because of you. I sat right there in that chair, took good notes, went home and got a machine, and in the kitchen. That's it.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much.
You have a really unique business, and I'm sure glad you came by today to share that with everybody, so that they'll see it on YouTube, and when they go up to our website, they're gonna see this segment put in there, so your fame will
Thanks.
spread far and wide. Pretty soon you'll be as well known as Sadie, our golden retriever.
And all I can say is if anybody needs any help in this, it's an unbelievable simple business to do. Make a great product and sell it at a fair price, treat customers great, and that's it. It's a very simple business. And I'll help any of you if you want, any of you if you want.
That's a kind offer. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Steve, I appreciate it.